If you feel like your spouse is perhaps more willing to follow the advice of their friend or a neighbor than you, or if you wish the people you worked with or walked with every morning would listen more clearly to what you're saying, my next guest says that you're probably in need of an influence makeover. Studio 5 relationship contributor Dr. Matt Townsend says if you want to have more influence over the people in your life, there are skills you have to learn. He's joining me in studio to share 5 things we can do to build that lasting influence. I am totally sucked in by this topic.
You've already got influence.
Well, I don't know, but the idea that there are skills that you can, curate and practice and refine that will help the grandkids listen, that will help the teenagers listen, that will help your husband listen. You say it does come down to skill.
It comes down to skill because skill builds the trust. It builds the deeper things you need to have influence. You need to be a safe person, somebody that we can trust, somebody that you know appreciates you and respects you and validates you and encourages you. So somebody you know is dedicated. So those principles have to somehow be instilled, and they're going to have to be done through some interaction with the person. So if we just change a few interactions, we might deepen those deeper principles.
5 specific things we can do to build influence. The first you say is to master your own thinking before you start to question someone else's.
You've got to now, because what we tend to do is try to fix everyone else.
Yes.
Because if I can just get everyone else in the world to do exactly what I want, then I'll be complete. Well, the dilemma with that is no one else is on board. And so the minute you're working with somebody and you're just trying to get them to do something so you're more comfortable, they already know who you're into, and you're not into them. So the principle behind this is get into people enough by just simply being really good about yourself, being content, being able to let them say something that would normally shock you, and you can take it. I have people all the time in my office use words I don't use phrases I don't hear, and I would get mad at my kid if they used. And what I've learned is to just allow it. It's just them. It doesn't affect me. And instead of me trying to react to it, to get them not to say things, to get them not to do things, I need to get first control over my thinking, my reactions, my emotions, and then they'll start to see that I'm good within myself.
And what is it about the shock factor? Like your teenager says something, your husband says something that totally, and if I give that reaction, what does that take away? Trust?
Well, what it gives them in a weird way is it gives them the knowledge that you're reactive.
Okay.
And if they know you're reactive, then they know there's a lot of things they can't tell you anymore. So they're not going to try to influence you anymore.
Got it.
Or be influenced by you because you're not safe.
I love this next one. Trade your negativity for neutrality.
Yeah. I'd love everyone to just be positive, but for some, that's a really far reach. Negativity is the most normal human protective device. Just be negative, assume it's going to go bad, and then you're going to play for worst case scenario. So if all I can get you to do is not swing from negative to positive, just swing to neutral. Just swing to no opinion. Just swing to whatever you guys want to do.
It's better than negative.
And wouldn't it be really interesting, instead of walking in to your in-laws' dinner and being, oh, eggplant? Oh, eggplant! And having a big opinion about eggplant.
Is that the first offbeat food that came to your mind?
Yeah, well, I have a bad history.
Oh, you and eggplant.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought it was like stomach of a cow on my mission. And anyway, I don't want to go there. It's traumatic. So, but if you just stay neutral, let's just investigate. Let's find out what it is.
Yeah.
I'll figure out, I'll just eat the breading around it and just try to stay neutral. If you could get to positive, that would be great. But whatever you do, don't bring the negativity all day. See if you can just pick it up a step to at least neutral.
And that gives you influence because no one wants to link arms with a negative Nelly.
Humans are deeply attracted to positivity. And if they see a lot of positivity, they're going to hang around it. You notice, go to a party, you'll see the positive person is the one everyone is around. Right? So bring the positivity and you're going to attract people.
Prioritize understanding over agreement, which that didn't surprise me, but this next caveat did. Prioritize understanding over action.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're very action-oriented. But to be moving on something you don't understand is fairly irrelevant.
True.
So your action on something that you're ignorant to is not going to help. So what I would do, especially in our society today, where people really just want to be liked, so they want agreement, and they want to be liked, and they want to be popular, and they want to be doing. But sometimes it might be better to measure twice and cut once. right? It might be better to sit and spend your time trying to understand somebody instead of not understanding them and just disagreeing, or all automatically agreeing. We don't trust people that agree too easily, and we don't trust people that always disagree. So instead, understand. And the other reason is the more I understand about you, and the more I can see you more wholly. No person is just one thing. No person is their gender. No person is their religion. No person is their sexuality. No person is their job. So the more I can understand about all of you, the more I can find places where we agree. And then I'm going to highlight where we agree, not just where we disagree, which will always give me more influence, more
so
power.
To influence deeply, you must see people wholly.
Yeah.
I love that.
Isn't that powerful?
That's so
and that
powerful.
makes, when somebody knows that you see them more wholly and more complete, you don't have to agree with them, because you can still honor all the pieces, and then you also know them more, so you might even know how to influence them more.
Also, for more influence, you want us to pay attention to what people are not saying.
Yeah. Emotion and nonverbal are the best ways to understand somebody. So don't just get hung up on the words that people are saying. Really start watching way more about how they act, how they move, how they bring energy, how they don't bring energy, how they actually lean into something or lean away from it, and what aren't we talking about? If I'm buying a car and we're not ever talking about things I want to talk about on the car, then why are they talking about those things? Because there's probably something they're selling me. And so notice what's not being said, and you can notice what's being said, but really powerfully is, what are the things we never say in our marriage? What are the topics we don't ever talk about? And maybe investigate those and see if maybe you need to bring them up. That might bring more influence, right? Or what are the things that your spouse brought up years ago that they haven't brought up since?
I remember I was at a Christmas party, like a buzzy social gathering, lots of tables, lots of food, lots of people, and I was talking to a good girlfriend, and she stopped me and she said, she's one of those like good read the room people, and she said, "Your eyes aren't matching your words." And I'd never,
beautiful.
Wasn't that great?
Yeah.
Like she kind of called me on the carpet, like what you're saying doesn't match what I'm seeing.
What does that tell you about her?
She's compassionate.
She's attuned.
Yeah.
She knows you.
I loved that.
And she's watching. So that, by the way, that is 10 times more powerful than just laughing at your joke.
Right.
Because you now know at least there's one person in the room that actually is watching.
That is in.
Yeah.
And the influence she had in that moment was huge. I love this topic so much. Very powerful. Thank you. Thank you very much. We are pushing Matt into a corner today because we've already started to receive emails from viewers who want to give date night as a Christmas gift, which I think that's a great gift for your grown-up kids, your married kids, your and your
besties and all your friends.
So give it to us, Townsend. When is it going
We're
down?
doing it. So every February, we launch the big date night, and I don't know the topic yet, all right? Because if I did, I'd be able to tell you. But the date, I'm not sure.
The date is February 11th, sir.
Okay.
Your people told my people.
It's before my anniversary, and okay, I got to just remember that.
Normally it's on your anniversary, so
this is at Murray High.
We thought we'd give you
We're
the
going to
day off.
pack the place. I create all new content, and this is where you bring your best group of friends. You sit down. You're gonna laugh for sure. You're gonna cry.
Yeah.
There's a pretty good chance you'll get kissed.
There will be smooching.
By somebody.
It's such a great
They're
atmosphere
fun.
you've created, and you can get your tickets now. So go to Matt's website, and like I said, a great Christmas gift to pile on. So.
And the other thing it does is it kind of already is telling your spouse you're important to me, so important that I'm going to make sure we go on this date night. And it also then will eliminate Valentine's silly gifts.
Pressure.
Yeah, you can still get flowers.
Matt, thank you so much. MattTownsend.com is where you want to go for all of the details.